What is going on, everybody? Today we are analyzing the San Francisco 49ers offense against the Green Bay Packers. There were so many nice plays on tape, and today we're going to analyze some of those plays, from the quarterback play to the offensive line play to the running back to some of the receivers and the route running, as well as analyzing Brock Purdy on that final drive of the game, because Purdy was money. The guy made all the right decisions. He made all the right passes, very accurate passes as well, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. I'm very excited for this film breakdown. Let's just get right into it. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and get into the first 3rd and 6 that the 49ers faced. This was the sack that you're going to end up getting on Brock Purdy. This is a really nice job here by a really good football player. That is going to be Kenny Clark, who's going to actually line up way out here, and he's basically going to be in a one-on-one against right guard John Feliciano. Now, I think Feliciano had a really good game against the Packers. Obviously, this was not one of those plays. He's going to basically just straight up get bull rushed. And with that, it's going to throw Purdy off his spot. So as soon as you see the defense tackle here get underneath John Feliciano, he's going to bull rush him. And the quarterback here is going to take 2 steps to the left because of that pressure. And he's ultimately not going to be able to get away because you also have a defensive line game coming on this side. Although the left guard, left tackle do a pretty good job picking it up. Because there was pressure from the right side of the offensive line, they weren't able to create enough space where Purdy was able to step up and actually throw the pass. So the right guard has to do a better job on this one to be able to anchor down and keep the quarterback clean from taking that sack. Not a big deal. Didn't want to point it out. Let's get into the next snap. Alright, guys, check this play out. You're going to get a 3-yard run here by Christian McCaffrey, but this play had so much potential to pick up more yards, and it ended up just not working the way it probably should have. You're going to see Devontae Wyatt, who's a really good defensive tackle of the Packers, is going to basically get off the block here of John Feliciano, and he's going to end up making the play. But I point this play out because 2 guys that I would say pretty much dominated last night, especially against the run, was center Jake Brendel as well as left guard Aaron Banks. On this play here, because it is a zone run to the right, these 2 guys here have to reach on the one technique up to the linebacker. So what that means is Banks has to get out in front, Brendel has to pass him off, and then Brendel has to reach up to the linebacker. And I say that because on this play, both guys are actually going to do that. They're going to do a really nice job with the double reach of the left guard. You see Brendel gets the left arm in there. Banks is going to overtake the defensive lineman there. And then the center is going to get up to Quay Walker, and you just see that lane develop. If Feliciano is able to hold this block a little bit longer, if McCaffrey hits this a little bit quicker, you're looking at a possible big play. Right, and he ends up, as he makes his cut, just a little bit too close to the right guard, and the D tackle was able to get off the block. But the hole was there, and that was because of Jake Brendel and Aaron Banks. Both guys did a really good job from the nose to the linebacker, and the potential was there for the play. Obviously did not pick up a lot of yards, still picked up 3 yards. Let's go ahead and get to the next play. On this play here, the San Francisco 49ers are going to run a levels concept. I'm not 100% sure if there was confusion on this play because it almost seems like all of the guys kind of ran the same route. And let me explain what I mean by that. So if you guys look at this play here, Deebo Samuel and Ayuk basically run the same route. And you'll see Jennings and Kittle are also going to run the same route. So I'm not sure if there was a little bit of confusion on this one, because I don't think you should have 2 guys that are lined up basically in the slots running right into each other. You can see George Kittle here, Jennings here, kind of run to the same spot. Not 100% sure if that was by design. But Brock Purdy, what a throw, man. This is a beautiful pass. He's going to have a little bit of pressure in his face. He's not going to be able to fully step into the pass, but you see him absolutely throw it in between multiple defenders. Does not get a better pass than what you see right here. You see the pressure here. It's going to obviously be very tight coverage. You see Jennings here make a break to the inside. Purdy's going to anticipate the pass in between 3 guys. And that's a really nice pass. And this is why some people really like Purdy. It's because of the anticipation. It's how he reads the defense, how he's able to fit the ball in the tight windows. It's a really nice job right there. Let's go ahead and get to the next snap. All right, you guys, check this play out. You're going to get a 3rd and 5, and Brock Purdy's going to throw a 32-yard touchdown here to George Kittle. And I think one of the reasons why Brock Purdy's such a great football player is because of plays like this. You know, people are not going to give credit where credit's due, specifically because Purdy here is not going to see anyone open early on. And it's what he does within this play that allows him to have success. Now, I want you guys to watch what Purdy's looking at. He's going to get the snap. He's going to look over here to the right. He's looking at the wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk. I'm going to back it up here so you guys can see what he's looking at. So he's going to take the snap. He'll be looking at the receiver at the bottom of your screen. He's looking at him. He's clearly not open, as you guys can see. And then Purdy's going to take those steps here to the right. And when he takes those steps to the right, that's going to give him that much more time where he's able to actually see George Kittle, who's running a deep post from the left side of your screen, basically break open. And on the run, Purdy delivers a really nice touchdown pass. It's the little things to me that show me Brock Purdy may end up being a very, very good quarterback long term. These are those little things that I talk about, right? It's the little stuff with the footwork. It's being able to step to the right, create those extra 2 seconds that you need for your running back or wide receiver or for your tight end or for whoever it is to actually break open. And we've seen Brock Purdy do this a number of times this season. This type of stuff right here is absolutely special. It's why I really, really like Purdy. Let's go ahead and get to the next snap. So you're going to get a 39-yard touchdown run here by Christian McCaffrey. You got to give credit where credit's due. And I think a big part of this play working is honestly the offensive lineman. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey makes 2 guys miss on this play, and he takes it 39 yards to the house. But for Christian McCaffrey to be able to get out in space to make people miss, the offensive linemen have to do a great job. I mentioned it already in one of the previous clips, but the left guard Aaron Banks and the center Jake Brendel had a phenomenal game. And this is a great example of that as well. And there's a couple other plays we may get into in this video a little bit later on. But watch the center and left guard. It's literally the same exact thing we saw earlier. The block's a little bit easier. The defense linemen are lined up a little bit differently. But Banks still has to get to the right side here of number 93. Keep in mind, this defensive tackle is shaded to the right side of Banks. So number 93 does not want Banks to be able to reach block him. So Banks has to fight that. He has to fight through a guy that does not want him to reach him. And he makes it happen. He still ends up reaching him. This is such a beautiful block by a really, really good left guard, a top 5 to 6 left guard in the NFL. Aaron Banks is a phenomenal football player, and you really see it. And obviously, he's not 100% of what he will be over the course of his career, but the guy's developed, and he's going to continue to develop as well. You see Jake Brendel here do a really nice job with the left hand. He's going to get up to Quay Walker. He's going to flip the hips, and you see it right there. Jake Brendel, Aaron Banks seal off, and that allows Christian McCaffrey to have that lane. The right guard on this one, Feliciano, also does a good job just to kind of make contact with the 3 technique. He's going to kind of push him outwards. At the same time, you'll see the left tackle, probably the best offensive lineman in the NFL. He's going to snatch down number 90 as he's run blocking. See the hands right there snatch down the rookie defensive lineman. And the rookie defensive lineman, Lucas Van Ness, obviously ends up in the dirt. And that's because of Trent Williams and what he kind of does here. So that's a really nice job by the guys up front. And then Christian McCaffrey obviously jump cuts and makes the safety right there obviously miss. And then, of course, the wide receiver makes the block. And just like that, 39 yards. Really, really nice play. Let's get into the next snap. You're going to get a 3rd and 10. And in my opinion, this was the pass of the game by Brock Purdy. It may not have actually led to points. It may not have led to them actually scoring a touchdown. But this pass right here was beautiful. The fact that no one was initially open, the quarterback had to step up into the pocket, the fact that the pocket was collapsing around Purdy, as you guys will see here in a second, and the fact that he didn't panic, he didn't look to take off running, he just stepped up and he just made the pass. I mean, that is a difficult thing to do in between multiple guys. Some people will say this was lucky that the cornerback here, number 25 underneath this, did not pick it right there. But I'm not sure if that's the case. And that may actually be the safety. And I'm not sure if this was a bad pass, bad decision, or just a really, really good throw. I think Purdy knows exactly where he needed the ball to be. He puts it up high. You see the wide receiver having to jump all the way up to catch it. I mean, this is beautiful. This was a 21-yard pass. And to me, again, this is what sticks out about the quarterback. This is what sticks out to me about the 49ers second-year quarterback that some people are saying is a top 10 quarterback. I'm not sure if that's not already fact or within the next year that will become fact. Brock Purdy has been incredible this season, and his passes like this. Now, I do want to just kind of get into some more plays, specifically the drive that actually ended up giving the 49ers the touchdown. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this drive started at the 31-yard line with 6 minutes and 18 seconds left, and it started with this bootleg quick pass, 7 yards. But I think one of the big plays of this drive was a couple plays later. It was a 3rd and 5 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left. And you're going to see Purdy deliver a really nice pass to Brandon Ayuk. This one was low and away from the cornerback. This was in the perfect spot against the perfect coverage. Right? If you guys look at the quarterback here, he's going to recognize the coverage. He realizes what's kind of happening, and he's going to deliver a perfect pass to the wide receiver. I mean, the wide receiver has a cornerback all over him. And you see the pass is just perfectly placed away, low. I mean, that is beautiful. It does not get better than that pass right there. And again, a big part of why Brock Purdy is able to have success is because of throws like this. That's a really, really nice job. But this was, again, not the only pass he made on this drive. You're going to get a timing route on this one. Purdy's going to throw it to Chris Conley at the top of your screen. And it's just a really nice job by Purdy to time the out route, get it right underneath the cover 3 defender, and he puts it exactly where the wide receiver needs to be in order to catch this pass. Again, timing route, you're going to see him take the steps, a 5-step drop, gets the ball out quickly, right over the vertical hooks defender. Perfectly placed. That's a really, really nice pass. You got 2 more plays that I want to show you guys. This one was 2nd and 10, and you're going to see the quarterback do a really nice job making the play. On this one, he's not going to like what he initially sees. And as he realizes that he's not going to be able to get the ball out, the defense is coming out in a cover 3. He takes off running. The best quarterbacks in the NFL today have one thing in common. That is they have the ability to create. It's a term that I think a lot of people have started to use that allows the best quarterbacks in the NFL to make plays when things aren't there. 10 years ago, you were taught that if the guy that you're looking at right now is not open, you check it down. You take the 3 yards, you get the running back the ball. But today, things are a little bit different. Today, if you don't like what you see because the guy's not open, you make something happen. You roll to your left, you roll to your right. We obviously saw Brock Purdy throw a touchdown pass to George Kittle earlier in this film breakdown. And on this play, he picks up 9 yards on 2nd and 10. And those 9 yards put the 49ers right there in distance to be able to pick either the first down up or score a touchdown. And on the next play, you saw Christian McCaffrey run it in for a 6-yard touchdown. This was 3rd and 1. The 49ers could have easily, ran the clock down a lot further if they wanted to after they picked this first down up. And we even heard the broadcast crew kind of talk about it, of how the Packers were in a bad spot. But you see McCaffrey do a really nice job. The offensive linemen do a good job as well. You see the center, right guard, left guard all kind of pick up the defensive guys in front of them. The right guard climbs up, and he ends up blocking with the right tackle and the defensive tackle there. It's a really nice job by John Feliciano with the block. And, of course, Christian McCaffrey also breaks the tackle there of the safety, and he scores this touchdown. And ultimately, the 49ers won the game against the Green Bay Packers. Just a really nice, hard-fought game by the 49ers. Brock Purdy came up clutch when the 49ers needed him to be the most clutch. And they ended up winning, and now they're headed for a possible conference championship, a possible Super Bowl. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time with another video.